Welcome to the Hectivation Hub, a place of motivation and inspiration. With Lady G, you are in good hands. Hector the motivator will inspire you to reach your potential purpose. With Lady G, you are in good hands. Hector the motivator will inspire you to reach your potential purpose.
Hello, my Hectivated people. This is the Hectivation Hub with your girl, Lady G. Neo ya mudimu tinyukota shkwembu. We are back again this week. It's still Women's Month, by the way, and I'm the only woman in the studio, and I love it. Hex.
Oh, wow. My name is Hector Motivator, and once again, for all this, throughout this month, I'll keep on saying Happy Women's Month.
Oh, yes.
To you. It's such an honor being back in the studio today, the Hectivation Hub, and I'm honored that I inspired the name of this platform by yours truly over here.
Oh, yes. The queen.
Hector and motivation put together, Hectivation. So, you know, we love motivating people, inspiring people. And what would be hectic this week? Hectic Hector.
Yeah.
You know what? I thought let's not go too deep into things. I've watched Madlanga Commission. There's just been so much drama.
The drama, and it's continuing.
and one gentleman not determined not to show up.
Yes.
It was so interesting.
Yeah, that one.
And his feisty lawyer. What a performance from that lawyer. I looked at that young man and said, should I get myself in trouble? I need to note him down. So, okay, I'll stay out of trouble. I don't want to say it. But that guy, what a lawyer. No, he takes on the commissioner. So I know I'm not going to back down. Yeah. So if you are a criminal, you need a lawyer like that, you know, who really fights for you.
Well, there's always a risk with lawyers as well, because they have a counsel as well. So if you are seen to be taking advantage and, you know, especially when you want to appear as though you are undermining the commission itself, they can pick it up and, you know, you get in trouble. So it's politics. Let's leave them out.
Yeah. And then, of course, the soccer season is upon us.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm enjoying every second, every moment of the game. It's my distraction. Yeah. I'm aware that sport is a distraction. So it's my chosen distraction. It's like somebody who will choose alcohol and say, this will be my poison. Yeah, so this one, soccer is for me.
I used to love soccer a lot, Hector, but I decided to stop watching the games just to protect my internal organs.
Your heart, you love your heart. Yeah.
You know,
you will live
my
long.
lungs and everything. So
you
I can
will
live long. Because, you know, my team, Kaizer Chiefs, I want to say it. It's so disappointing to an extent that I realize that I will not advise anyone who doesn't have medical aid to be the supporter.
Yeah.
Because if you now have lung infections and heart beating in another direction before you get the cardiac arrest and everything,
palpitations and everything,
you should be rushed to the nearest hospital where you can be taken care of.
You made a wise choice.
A medical aid.
That's a wise choice that you have. I still love the brand though. I think the Mutaungs have really built a solid brand. And today we have a phenomenal guest. If you allow me to put it that way, you'll discover why I'm saying that we have a phenomenal gentleman in the studio. He's a distinguished South African education leader, an author, a lexicographer. I had to look it up. By the way, Lexington, what are we talking here? Lexicographer. And I discovered through asking him that actually somebody who compiles dictionaries. Now imagine moving from just referring to a dictionary to compiling one. That tells you that no, you must be really a professor, somebody really accomplished in language, and a motivational speaker. And his surname kind of speaks to that, who is widely recognized for transforming underperforming schools into centers of excellence. He is best known for his visionary leadership, commitment to educational excellence, and passion for developing young people from disadvantaged communities.
Oh, yes.
Born and raised in Mabopane, where I did some growing. I studied at Mabopane High School, Nekeloko Block S. So for 2 years, 88 and 89. So he'll tell us which block in Mabopane he comes from. So, ladies and gentlemen, help us welcome to the Hacktivation Hub, Dr. Fannie Sebolela. I told you his name has got something to do with motivation. He must be as a motivational speaker. Sebolela.
Yeah.
Wow, Sebolela.
Yeah. Welcome, Dr. Sebolela.
Thank you.
Fannie Sebolela.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and thank you so much for making it into the studio. We invited you.
Yes.
We know you're a busy man. You always, motivating other teachers everywhere. You are a well-respected person in the education sector, widely known in the education sector, and you have achieved so many things. But before we get into that space, we would like you to tell us who exactly is Fannie Sebolela.
Yeah, as you have already alluded, I'm Dr. Fannie Sebolela, and I grew up in Mabopane, but born in Valmansdal,
Oh, yeah.
1957. At the present moment, I'm now 69, heading towards 70 years.
Hey,
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so
Still looking strong.
yes, and I started my grade 3 in Mabopane, Morupa Lower Primary School.
Okay.
And then I proceeded to Ratsetlo Primary School for higher primary school those days.
Okay.
And passed the standard 6, those old standard 6.
Yes, yes.
But it wasn't very easy because, I was actually brought up by a single parent. My mom was a domestic worker, not even staying with us, the entire time. And then I realized that during those times, if you don't have school uniform, you were chased away from the school. You don't have school fees, you were chased away from school. And looking at my siblings also, the same thing. So I just decided to say, I'm not going to sit down and look at this. This is a challenge. I need to face the challenge. I started looking for garden work. And by that time, I was still a young boy at the age of 12.
So is this the time when you paused going to school, Dr. Sebolela?
No, I never paused. I was going there.
While you were studying?
Yeah, while I'm busy on Saturdays and Sundays.
Oh.
So retaining. I remember
retaining.
around
Mo
Pretoria,
Park- mo
retaining, Parktown.
yona e leng mo. And it happens that I met the Clark family, and they were like parents to me.
Okay.
They used to leave me when they go to Devon, wherever for the holidays, and I have to look after the dogs. They never close their house. I was once in Roy Ross, the book, and then for that particular thing.
Road was like a magazine, like our
Yes,
version of Borna
yes,
in
I
Peace.
did appear, yes,
Magazine.
I did appear on that.
Reis genoot. Yeah.
That's right.
It's
And-
very bad to apartheid.
So
Bantu education.
while the other boys were enjoying, playing during weekends at home, soccer, whatever, I never had that opportunity. I had to leave after school every Friday, and then on a bus. During those times, not taxi, it was a bus.
Yes.
And then to Parktown, and then the whole weekend. Saturdays I was working for the de Klerk, and then Sundays I was working for the brother to Mrs. de Klerk, which is Adam Boshoff. And I remember, one time, it was on a Sunday, and the church, when the church starts, the bell rings, ka-cling, those kind of things. Yeah, and I was pushing the spade, and I could hear it, making some sound, and the tears were rolling down.
Oh.
But I just asked myself, one day I need to do something. And at least I'm able to get the money to pay for the school fees. And people did not even discover that there's a problem at home, because the way I was dressing like, better than any child that is coming from a well-to-do family. My sisters, my younger brother, I was taking care of them by that time.
And how old were you at that time?
I started at 12 years and then going
When you were working for the clerk and
Yeah,
the
the
Bostrom family, you were 12.
12, and then I worked for them for 18 years.
Okay, just pause a bit. Are you a firstborn?
I'm the firstborn for boys.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a sister with me, and then followed me.
And then, by the way, in Mabopane, where exactly?
I grew up in Bogonout.
Bogonout,
Mabopane,
Block A. Yeah, it's called Block A.
Yeah,
Oh,
Block A,
okay.
go to 12.
Okay.
You know, we used to stay. I still remember my home address, 1295.
Okay.
Block A, Mabopane.
Yes.
So, and then after primary school, I went to Ngakamaseko Secondary School in Block C. When the Block C starts.
I see that
And
one.
we are the first people to start Ngakamaseko in 1974. So that's when I started Form 1.
I was still in God's imagination.
Form 1. And by the time when I do Form 3, it was 1976 with the riots, you know, those kind of things. And we had to stop. And remember, I'm struggling to get the money, and there was no schooling for a certain period of time. But I never stopped reading.
Okay.
Because those whites, they told me, "Jy moet aangaan leer."
Yeah.
That's what he
The
used to
clerks
tell
and the
me.
Boshoffs. Yes.
So, and then I took my books, and then I go on with the studying. I specialized a lot with accounting and Afrikaans. That's my specialization.
No, jy praat suiwer
Ja,
Afrikaans.
nee, ek probeer om Afrikaans te
Okay.
Yes, yeah, that's how I started learning Afrikaans, and then starting actually to fall in love with the commerce, you know, commerce subjects.
Yes.
And because also I've learned that if I'm going to become a teacher, I need to make sure that kids love this subject. And indeed, I did that.
So from a young age, you already knew that you are going to be a teacher. You had made up your
That's
mind.
what- The motivation that I've seen comes from my aunt. She has been traveling overseas, and then I said, one day I would like to be like my
Okay.
aunt. She's in Zanin.
Okay.
That's the Shikatis family. And that's the one that I was looking after and say, I want to be like my aunt.
Okay.
So I keep on dreaming, but it has to be accompanied by hard working
Yes.
and discipline.
Okay.
Yeah, and as I've already alluded, I never had time, you know, to play like other boys and whatever. Only during the course of the week. And remember, in Bogonout, we had to fetch water every afternoon and, you know, put the water. There were no taps in our homes, only at the corners of the streets.
Okay.
That's where we could be able
So there was a borehole.
no, it
situation,
was
or what
taps
was?
on
Oh,
the-
just
the
taps on the
corners.
street corners, not in
And
the
then,
in
yeah.
individual homes.
No,
So
not in
you push wheelbarrows with buckets?
Yes, buckets, and then
yeah.
you have to fill the drum at
Okay.
home. And so that there's always water. And number two, they used to call us Mbaula Ranch in Bogonout. There was no electricity by those times.
Yeah.
We used to make Mbaula, you know.
Yeah.
Those kind of things. But life was very, very, very okay. Never see any wrong there.
Yeah.
So I think after passing my JC, then I wanted to do commerce at Ituting. And then I went there to fetch the forms.
So Ituting was a
Commercial school.
it's a commercial school.
Yeah,
Okay.
in as you go Swardam line.
Okay.
You know, you pass Sultan Road.
Oh yeah, that side
Motla.
I see you more.
Motla,
Yes, going to Rachiapani, that part of the
Motla
world.
is Ituting is in Motla.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to pause you there, JC, for those of us who may not be from that era and the young people who might be watching right now, what is JC? What does it stand for? And it was equivalent to what now?
We used to call it Standard 8. But now if we can call it now with the grade, is grade 10.
10.
Oh, it's grade 10.
days, yes.
Oh, okay. No, thank you.
So yeah, that is that. And I said to me, after this, I want to do commerce. And then at the same time, I want to become a teacher. But I went to Ituting and realized that no, the money that they want, I'm not going to afford it. Then I came back. And then I went back to those whites, and then they look at the money. It was too much because I had to be a boarding. It was a boarding school.
Okay.
So and then I came back disappointed because I loved this accounting, loved this commerce, and the teacher was brilliant. The late Mrs. Kabe, she was a champion. Because I remember in Form 3, we were 16 that were doing accounting. We almost only 2 passed accounting with distinctions.
Okay.
And during that era of riots, you can imagine.
So were you one of the 2?
I'm one of the 2. I got a distinction.
Okay.
I got a distinction.
Wow.
So were you an A student, if we'd call it these days to say?
Yeah, I think a lot of my friends can testify. They used to tell me, hey, when I'm always like,
Yeah.
I used to like mathematics also too. And maths, accounting, business studies, and economics.
So
Okay.
you had the love for reading. So you
And
would
numbers as well.
I like reading, but I don't like, history, geography, theory. I want to apply.
Practical stuff.
That's numbers. Yeah,
Perfect.
put it very right. Yeah, that's. I think I like that. So going forward, passing my JC, and then not having a space at Ituting, then I went to Hebron College. And then I managed to secure space there as a day scholar. But they said to me, if you can work also on Sundays, because by that time I didn't start working on Sundays. If you can work on Sundays and when the schools are closed, in order to return the money, we're going to borrow you the money on condition that you're going to pass.
That's the clerk and the boss of family.
It's another form of
helping you.
bursary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's a very
interesting.
On
Yeah.
condition that you pass. And that is something that propels me to say, I've got the
I have to
brains.
pass. Yeah.
And then where you come from, that's what I've learned. Where I come from doesn't determine your destiny
Oh, yeah.
at all.
Yes.
And then you can take poverty out of you because you can be able to utilize your brain as well as your hands.
Yes.
Right? And then, the first term, I think that was term 1 in March. I think we're doing 17 subjects in PTC. I did the primary teacher certificate, 17 subjects. I got 14 of my subjects with distinctions
Wow.
out of 17.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And June again, I had a pleasure to say, why didn't I get
Also
the other 3 also with distinction? Then it was a little, I add 1 to become now
15.
15.
Huh?
And until the end of the year. And then I was doing the second year, and I passed my second year with cum laude. So, and then I started saying, now I need to look for a job. Unfortunately, during those days, it was not easy to get a post. I went all over. When Soshanguve started, I went to one of the people that were given the positions, and I was not considered. Then he told me, Mr. de Klerk, they come and work with me at Moto Via Sigma. I'm sure you can see on my profile there. That's when I became a wage master there because of the accountings and whatever. So
The wage master would be more like a financial manager.
I was a wage master. I was administering wages,
Okay.
of Sigma Motor Corporation.
Oh, okay.
So I'm the one that was determining those overtimes, everything, etc. And then until I think I worked there for 3 years, then I told you. And while I was busy working, I was trying to improve because by then I don't have metric.
Okay.
So I have to write my metric through Joint Matriculation Board. 7 subjects at the same sitting, and I passed them. So then I started looking for a teaching post. And my first teaching post was at Putanang Primary School in Block K, Soshanguve. That's where I started.
You managed to finish at Hebron College. Was it Hebron
Yes.
College?
PTC.
PTC. What is it that you were studying for? Because I thought that was for teacher training.
Yes, it's PTC
Primary
primary teacher certificate.
Uh-huh.
By that time, it's not a diploma. It's not. I didn't have a matric by that time.
That's what I was coming there to say that I thought that would somehow make up for the fact that you don't have matric. It's equivalent to matric. So you still were owing
Still owing
really
matric,
have to
yes.
go for matric.
And I remember those days, teachers were the primary school teachers were trained after JC.
Okay.
And then it started now, as it goes on. And for a primary school teacher to have a matric during those days, it was just those status.
Yeah, it was like you have a degree.
Yeah.
On my side, I thought that JC was actually the metric of that time. So the way he puts it now, I get to understand.
Yeah,
that's why I was saying.
JC
I've
was
got
not
people
really
who lived in the apartheid era here, so I'm a bit lost a bit.
Yeah.
There were those
Even
people
myself.
that went for matric
Yeah.
and do the JSTC. That is now junior secondary. They can teach high school.
Okay.
But they've got matric, they can teach high school. Those one with PTC were qualified to teach
Only
at the
primary schools. That's PTC,
okay.
a
So
primary
once you
teacher.
get a matric, you can also teach high school.
Okay. All right. No.
That's how we do us.
Yeah.
All right.
So maybe you can take us where you left off to say that you went and did your matric and you passed while you were working as a wager.
Yeah, as a wage master.
Yeah.
That's right. And then I realized that no, in 3 years' time, I said, no. I want to go back to teaching. I said, no, well, it's fine. Then I applied. Then I got a post at Putanam Primary School in Block K. And I resigned at Sigma Motor Corporation because I could see that, this is not a career where it's going to take me where I want. Yeah, I wanted to become an accountant or a teacher, one of the two. So I joined teaching. That was in 1980.
Okay.
1980.
Yeah, I joined teaching. That is,
I was just 8 years old. I don't know about you.
I was not born yet. I was not
and
born
I
yet.
only taught 2 years, and then I was promoted as an head of department at Ntokozen Primary School. And of course,
And because when it's in Soshanguve as well. Or is it?
Soshanguve, yes, in Block G now.
Okay.
Moving from Block K to Block G. And then I think two principals were looking at me because I used to be an athlete by nature.
Okay.
All right.
And I used to like sports. So every principal was saying, no, we want this young man. We want this young. So, and she took me, said, no, don't worry. I know this is a Zulu school, but we still have other teachers that are not Zulu. You learn the Zulu. That's how I went to Ntokozen Primary School and become a head of department.
And you, being a sport person, were you recruited to come and help the learners with sport, or you were personally participating?
I was doing sports as well as coming to assist at the school with sports.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right.
And then I'm just going to say something. I even, train, Gauteng schools with gymnastics. And then I'm the first person to take the South African team to London with gymnastics.
Wow.
So,
Hey, before we get into those areas, you went to Ntokozweni, and then that was your first teaching.
No.
No, this was,
Putana.
this was
Post
the
level
second one. Yeah.
one.
Post-level
at
one.
Hanang for 2 years.
For 2
Then I
years.
proceeded to Ntokozweni Primary School
Yeah.
as a head of department.
As the
Okay.
head of department, that's where I want to ask a question. When you were giving me your background, where you started, it sounded to me like you are a very disciplined person. Would you say that's what got you to have favor with the de Klerks? They believed in you so much because of your level of discipline, integrity, those kind of values.
Yeah.
Would you say who instilled them to you? I want you to tap on that quite a bit.
Yeah, let me just say generally, I'm coming from a Christian. My dad used to be a pastor,
Okay.
right? And then, we grew up in Zion Christian Church.
Okay.
And even now, I'm a Mkuku boy. You know.
Oh, Binakosha.
Yeah, give me that conscious. Yeah, I've got all those attires.
Wow.
Green and yellow
Manyanyata.
on Sundays. Yeah, no, I'm still proud of that. That's
Yeah.
what shaped me
Okay.
up to this level.
Good.
And they used to leave me, go for holidays, and I was remaining with the house, looking after the dogs. And, you know,
Yes.
they never close anything. And when they return, they find things. I was really, that's how I could say the discipline was there. Because even at school, they knew, I remember when I was at the high school, one part, I used to be, liked by teachers. When they want to send someone home, those teachers, those days, they used to send me to say, go at my house, here is a key, open here, do this. So all those things, when I didn't see that when I was growing, but when I was now, and all that, I look back, I said, no, it means actually there was trust amongst my teachers, to say, go to my house. Others, they were even inviting me to come. Can you come and design me a garden? And I used to go there because they knew that, no, I know gardening. Because at home, the garden was outstanding. Ooh, irrespective of the house, but the garden itself.
Yeah.
And even now, where I'm staying, I'm doing gardening at my own now. So everyone, they thought, who's staying there? Is it the white person? And the other guy was just passing. Said, I thought this house belonged to a white person. No, it's mine.
Yeah. The man who just loves himself.
Yeah,
You can see where I'm getting at with this, Hex. The integrity, trustworthy, honesty, and discipline. These are the values that great people have.
Leaders.
Yeah, leaders. Yeah. So I'm happy. I'm happy about that. It is your values. Yeah.
That carried him.
That carried him. Yeah. Character. Things. You can have a qualification and it opened doors for you. And then, but your character, your attitude, the way you handle yourself can open more doors and take you higher. So yeah, thank you for that. Maybe you continue.
Yeah. Now I was just at Ntokozweni there, and
Gymnastics, London.
and then developing gymnastics to the fullest. Boys choir conductor of music.
Oh, okay.
I was well known nationally, in terms of boys choir, because I used to, like what I'm doing. I didn't want to do things for the sake of. And now all of my leaders that I've worked under, they know that even punctuality, I hate even today coming late to do something, being late and whatever. That's punctuality is
it's a non-negotiable for you.
Non-negotiable. On that, I remained at Ntokozweni for a period of 16, 17 years. And then as a deputy principal, then because my principal said, you're going nowhere. When I leave the school, I wanted to become the principal of the school.
Okay.
And then in between there, I enrolled for secondary education certificate with Vista University, upgrading the PTC. And then I think 1988, I got my secondary education certificate with Vista and cum laude. And then I went now to do secondary education diploma now, because by that time, for you to be paid, you need to come up with qualifications.
With more qualifications, yeah.
So
at the same institution?
Yes.
Is it the same institution?
Yeah, Vista University.
Okay.
Then I got it where I got Afrikaans cum laude. I got accounting the best student for the academic year. I remember they could not give me my results because I got 99.6. The final year, and they said no, the results are pending. And I was stressed, but not so much. Then I went there, and then they said no. Asking questions, doubting, and then I said no. You can give me the question paper.
But now again.
for accounting. I can write it while I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Because that was the subject that I know.
They thought it's AI.
Yeah. And then yes, they don't.
Back in those days.
So they said, okay, you can go home. We'll call you. Not to write today. We'll prepare you when you can come and write. I said, it's fine. Okay. Now, the following day, I got a call to say, no, we have released your results officially. And I got that 99.6.
99.6, almost
That's why I was
100%.
awarded the certificate for being the best accounting teacher for that accounting
Student, yeah.
for that particular year. And then I look at it, that was 1988, secondary certificate 1986, and then diploma 1988. Then I said, no, let me climb the mountain, UNISA. Then I started my BA there. And then 4 years, then I achieved my BA. That was a straightforward BA with some distinction in between, but not, cum laude.
I'm sure you were disappointed because you want to be the top
I know
achiever.
that I'm going to revenge.
Yeah.
So, and then I went to Tekis to do my BA honors.
Ghana Tekisi, it's which one?
University of Pretoria. Yeah.
University of Pretoria. And that's where now I did my honors. And then the top student, cum laude. And I was afforded,
That was your
That's where
revenge.
you
and I was awarded the bursary now by the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research.
Okay.
And then to do this lexicography. That's where things started. But in between that,
So CSIR, ne? That's gonna.
Council for Scientific and Industrial Research.
Yeah, CSIR.
And it was- Yeah, it was easy for them to give you a bursary because you are a great achiever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So that's lexicography. Let me hear you, because there's something I wanted to ask around your studies. But let's go to the lexicography.
that is I wrote actually at my honors level. It was just very, very easy one, the basics. And when you go to masters, then you get to do a dissertation. That's when now they afforded me with the computers, everything. I got everything from the CSIR. And I never disappointed them. But in the meantime, while I was busy studying masters, I enrolled concurrently FED in management.
Okay, what is FED?
FED, Further Diploma in Education Management.
Okay, all right.
So that I can be able to be equipped as a better manager to manage, because I'm a deputy principal at Ntokozweni Primary School.
Okay. So what I wanted to ask then, when you're mentioning lexicography, which is a study of how to compile
The compilation of
a dictionary. I think on your profiles, I read somewhere that it was in Setswana.
Yes.
And yet you've been doing very well in Afrikaans as well.
Yeah.
So with language, you were excelling also with languages apart from numbers.
Apparently, English, yes, it was just a basic language. But the language that I was teaching, it was Afrikaans. Even at Ntokozweni, they know that I was an Afrikaans teacher. So that's where the basics are. Then,
But that's my question. But you compiled the dictionary in Setswana, and I remember you said where at UNIBO, University of Botswana.
Yes, the first monolingual dictionary. I was part of the board of member at University of Northwest.
Okay, which was called UNIBO at that time, or had it already changed at that time?
It was UNIBO, yes.
It was already UNIBO at that time, yes.
Yes. And then I was working under Sefala.
Okay.
Sefala, that is the board.
Professor. Oh.
Yeah, University of Northwest. So there, together with Mr. Mareme, he passed away. He was the editor, our editor there. So I was the person leading the entire people how to, we've got terms in lexicography. We have to lemmatize putting words into the dictionary, you are lemmatizing.
Lemmatizing.
Lemmatizing. We are learning.
And then those words, we don't call them words, they are lexibs.
Lexicographer. Okay.
Yeah. So those you lemmatize. And then you have to come up with the approach. How are you going to lemmatize those words into the dictionary? So whether you are going to lemmatize both singular and plural, or you're going to. So I came up during the study at my master's level, and then even at doctorate level, we call it a ruler. I'm the person that introduces the ruler because I have to criticize the existing Setswana dictionaries, including English. The fact that what informs the lexicographer to lemmatize the dictionary, were you picking the words randomly or what? And what did you lemmatize both singular and plural? And what informs you to do that? That was my crit. Then I have to come up with a ruler. Now, we just limit the ruler. It means actually I have to determine both spoken. We call it a corpus. It's a corpus. If a word comes from both written and spoken, it's a corpus. So I compile a corpus dictionary, so which can account to say which strategy did I use. In other words, I didn't look at the word singular or plural or whatever. I look at how frequent the word appears.
Okay.
How frequent is it spoken? How frequent is
Fascinating
it
stuff.
on written content? So I have to scan a lot of material into scanning and to see the frequency of the word. And I have to go around the whole dialects in Bophuthatswana and then just to find out, when there are functions, I was recording them. It took me about 7 years to come up with that compilation of a corpus Setswana dictionary.
So as we speak, there is one existing that
Yes.
you led in terms
Kanudia
of
Setswana.
Kanudia Setswana.
Yeah, Kanudia Setswana.
My interest was that you were teaching Afrikaans, but also at the same time you were very amazing in Setswana as well, to a point where you actually even compiled a bilingual,
Monolingual and bilingual with
dictionary.
Botswana.
Just Setswana
That is
and English.
English Setswana.
So you're a linguist. You're actually a linguist. It sounds
To that extent.
Now you are a deputy principal at Ntokozweni while you are achieving all of this, while you are compiling the dictionary and all that. And I know that you have moved to other platforms as well and other schools.
Yes.
How did you now achieve, or were you recommended because of your brilliance, because of the way you handle yourself, being a good teacher? And also remember, at Ntokozweni, you are called there because of what you can do for the school.
Yes.
And I know in schools a lot, even when you accept kids, you look, if they're not doing good in academics, we can take them for sports. So I want you to tell us your transition from Ntokozweni to other schools. Yeah.
Right. I think, they were applying because I've said it was almost 17 years. Then I feel that, no.
You need the change.
I overstayed.
You're welcome. You need a change.
And I'm overqualified, By that time, I had master's degree when I left Ntokozweni. So, and then I applied for 4 or 5 schools to become a principal. And in other schools, unfortunately, you'll get, disputes and so on. And the only place where I didn't get the dispute, it was Kensani. And that was a very dilapidated school, really. Everyone will tell you who stayed in Soshanguve, blog age, to say that school, no one would recognize, would prefer to take the child. But I said, I'm going there. I'm going to change the school. And I remember I started with almost 450 kids. And no fencing, chalkboard not legible for writing, the roof leaking, all those.
The school was a mess.
Yeah, demotivated staff. It's on my record also. I did mention it, and that's what, as we will go forward, that's what put me to enter for National Teaching Awards. So, and I started with, because I didn't have a buy-in from the community, and they just said, this little boy, what does he think? Because I find a lot of elderly teachers in that school, old people there in that school. And then I said, okay, I'm not coming here with the big body, whatever. I'm coming to utilize my brains now.
Yeah.
And I started now going around, like approaching BMW, because I said to the people, I'm not that manager that sit and wait for the Department of Education to do things for me. There are lots of challenges with the department. So move out of that office. And I remember I had a governing body, and then that is, the first one is it's Rai, and then he passed away, Mr. Makubele. Then it was followed by Advocate Makondo. That's when we started moving around and showing them that I want to go to these factories, and then we attracted BMW. I started with the food gardenings, changing the school. Then I ultimately get a palisade fencing. And I said, this is the first step. Then I managed by that time to get partner schools overseas.
Okay.
That was my dream because I saw it from my aunt.
Your aunt, yeah.
And the first schools that we started partnering, it was in England, Manchester.
Okay.
Right, Tightburn Primary School.
Yes.
Then I was able to take 12 teachers on an annual basis to England together with the kids, school kids, just for an exchange visit.
All paid for.
All
by
paid
who?
for by those people. And they also came over the site. And when they come here, we have to make traditional dresses for them so that they can feel that they are in Africa. And now, a word of mouth, they also sell this. We've got a school, in South Africa. Even today, those people we are still in contact with.
Oh, wow.
Even though I'm still not at Kansani. And my daughter is that side. They're looking after my daughter. So it's a family. When they want to come and visit in South Africa, they normally come to my house.
Yes.
So, and then we established another partner school in Birmingham, Baverstock College.
Yeah.
That is a specialized school of sports. That's when now that school now started to change. And then I changed the uniform of the school. And then the culture of learning changed also there. Quality learning. And kids started, I have every year Achievers Day. And then those people from overseas, they were coming to attend our Achievers Day. And parents were coming there. We were cooking. Parents were dancing. We were, showing, showcasing what was happening during the year to the parents. I must tell you that is what take that school to another level. And even
the
now,
results improved.
Results improved everything, the culture of the school.
Yeah.
And those teachers who
Cleanliness.
were a bit skeptical at the beginning, that attitude changed, I can
I'm
imagine.
not shy to say that was the best, cleanest school in Soshanguve. They can tell you.
Wow.
I can attest to that. I can attest to that.
Yes. If you get to that school,
Kensani School.
Kansani Primary School,
Yes.
if you get to the school, no one, even the Department of Education, they were now utilizing it for, other
Special
purposes.
functions, yes.
Yes. And I said, I'm going to be an MBWA, which is managing by wandering around, not sitting. So
Okay.
I started approaching companies in Cape Town, Doles for South Africa. I'm sure you know it's for fruits, specializing with fruits.
I've heard of that.
Those people, they built beautiful containers, classrooms, equipped with computers inside, sponsored by Telecom, for kids to be exposed to IT. And then I approached also the Embassy of Japan. They built extra 5 classes because the school was starting to. I didn't go there and bother the department to say, yo, the kids
Yeah,
are mainly.
yeah.
No, I built those 5 classrooms from Embassy of Japan, still standing there. Then I went again, and then with the Muslim community group, the first primary school, and I'm sure the only one to have a library center. And the first school, I'm sure the only one to have a school hall as a primary school.
Yes.
That was a primary school, very
That
unique.
was remarkable.
That hall is serving the community to this day. It's a big hall. It's beautiful. I am a product of Kensani Primary School
Yes.
as well.
Oh,
Yeah, but before his era, before he came, he was still in Ntokozweni. Remember when you interviewed me, I said we moved from DC. Remember DC Maribati was now being converted to a secondary school. And then all the kids were taken to Kensani Primary School. And you transformed the school, you reconstructed it, and the morale in the community was low, and you had to leave the school. How many years did you work in Kensani?
Kensani.
Yeah. Because I remember on your farewell, parents were crying. They didn't want you to leave.
17 years.
17 years.
Yeah, 17 years. Yeah.
And you must have won a lot of awards for some of the work you were doing there. What were some of those?
The first thing I received community awards from different churches around there. They recognized that, and of which the person behind everything was Pastor Sbia.
Sakile Sibia.
Oh, Sakile Sibia. Okay.
Yes. Now, if you can
From
ask,
Christchurch, yeah.
I don't know how but he organized something, and then all the churches now they came together, and he is the person that awarded me. And then I remember while I was busy there, I was also teaching high schools in the evenings, teaching accounting and business studies, and I was picked up by Premier of Gauteng, Mashatile, to be the best teacher. I was awarded at Galaga Estate. Remember that time.
Okay.
So all those things are the ones that drive me to say, go, go, go. But while I was at Kensana, I started enrolling for doctorate.
Forever improving yourself, ever developing yourself.
But
I love
not
that.
only the doctorate alone.
Yes.
I also concurrently, I was also doing another specialization diploma. I went for ACE for principalship to say I'm now a principal with the University of Johannesburg. So I've tasted all these universities. It's Vesta, it's UNISA, it's Tegis. Then I went to
Vets, UJ.
And then after 2 years, then I qualified. And then I said, it's not sufficient. I went to Vets.
Vets, okay.
Yeah, and I was taught by Merimet Kalf. That was my lecturer.
She was a lecturer, okay.
And I still love that woman.
Yeah, she was a minister of education
Yes,
at some point.
she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still I think she's still in the parliament even now. You know, that lady, she's the one that opens up my mind further. I want to, you know, sometimes we need to praise people while they are still alive. Where she is, I want to say she has done a great job.
Yeah.
At Vets. That's when I learned that you don't have to reproduce a book. You have to. She was bringing, scenarios, everything, and then we have to solve those scenarios as principals from different countries to say, here is a case study. I want us to deliberate on this. And on that on top, she was more politically, driven and saying, if there's any informer, please go and inform.
Yeah.
I love that lady. Guys, I love that lady. And she opened up my mind to say, this, you're not going to fail the exam as long as you can reason. What is that you're going to do? And after completing my, that advanced course of leadership at Vets University, I was feeling that I'm now equipped. Then I started enrolling for teachers, excellence in primary school leadership with Department of Education. Obviously, the first I went in and I won it. That was 2004. And then I also enrolled again in 2007 and I got again Excellence in Primary School Leadership. That is NTA, National Teachers
National Teachers Awards.
Teachers Award.
One of those I have MC'd. I know for sure.
Yeah.
I know I've MC'd
That's
quite
why
a
I
few of
was
those.
saying to you that I've seen this thing. It's not the first time. So, and then the one that shaped the whole country is the one that I got an award in 2014. That is the National Teaching Awards. That itself, and I remember our minister, Mama Angie Mutsecha, she wanted to, we even, she organized that we wrote a certain magazine. Yeah. And then, she used to call me my son, the way she was so happy.
Yes.
Yeah, during that particular awards. And then I was all over with, on media, ETV, all those things. And I was afforded an opportunity to go overseas again. And while I was
By the department.
by the department.
Okay.
While I was there enjoying myself, of course, and then I got a call from Curo. Said, no, someone would like to talk to you. And said, what is this Curo? That is, I was starting to wonder, what is this Curo all about? And then they explained, and they said, when are you coming back? I can remember, say, I'm coming back on the 28th of June during that time. And they said, would you mind if we can send somebody to come and collect you at home? And we're going to buy you a ticket to fly to Cape Town. And then it's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
But,
I don't mind flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they did that.
Yes.
Absolutely. And they said, no, just don't prepare yourself, just come. We'd like to come and see you. Then absolutely I went to Cape Town, and I got some interviews, the panel, and then I answered the way I answered. And they said, okay, it's fine. You can go back home. And then we have seen what. And I was asking myself, what is happening?
What is going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do
Even-
they
even
want?
now?
And you are still engaged with the Department
With the
of
Department of
Education.
Education,
At-
yes.
at-
Still in the
at-
public
at-
sector.
Yeah. And at which school were you at this time?
Kensani.
You're still at Kensani.
Kensani,
Okay.
yeah. It's after winning the National Teaching Award
Yeah.
in 2014. Then I came back, and then I relaxed. Of course, I've got a job. But over and above, I think they were saying that you've also overstayed in the school. And I
17
remember-
years. Yeah.
I remember Shitiba, that was my chairperson. That is the uncle to
That's my
to
uncle.
her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
a very, very strict person. And during that time, I'll talk about him because there's a lot that I need to say about
A
him.
Yes.
brilliant mind as
Yeah,
well.
and after that, then he said, no, Doc, you must go there. You have to go there. You need to go to the... And then he motivated me. Then I went there, and then the second week, I was called at our regional office to say, please come this side, but do not put on a suit. Just be relaxed. What's going on here? And when I arrived there, I met Dr. Chris van der Merwe. That's the person that started Curo.
Yeah, Kuro in South
Yeah,
Africa.
he's the person that he's my mentor also too.
Okay.
I was telling the Curo people now in June we were in Cape Town, and because I've retired now at the present moment, and the three of us were talking, telling them about our stories, and said, and I said, Dr. Chris van der Merwe is the one who recruited me to be here. So I never applied for the post. I was headhunted.
Yes.
So, and then he said, no, young man, there were some snacks, everything there. He said, enjoy yourself. I want to give you a job.
Just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I said, no, executive head. I said, what is that? He said, no, this, he explained. No, okay. Where is your salary advice? Then I gave it to him, saying, no, I'm going to double it. Hey, what's going on now?
Hey.
And he did that. He sent me a contract and I signed it. And I went to the department and gave a notice. They said, no, you're not going anywhere. We want to give you a second manager position. I said, guys, I think I overstated Kensani. I could have got that one long time, but I'm moving. And then my district director said, I'm giving you time to go and think. And then because of the motivation that I had with my governing body, I've enjoyed to be a principal.
No.
because of my governing bodies. Very supportive. And we were moving in that school. There was emotion. Our kids were good. Even now, when I meet these kids, they've got portfolios. And that's what makes you, as a teacher, to have pride. And while I was busy being, a teacher during the course of the day, I was also teaching during, a night school. What we call
The accounting,
Yes.
Abet.
Abet.
I was teaching that. Now I've produced.
So you're a teacher through and through.
Yeah, I've produced a lot of, people, and of which now I can say that's how you can make. And if you are educated, don't move around with those gowns and brag to the people. What is the thing that you can do to change the environment where you are, where you find yourself? Once you can change the environment where you are, you must know that you are educated, not because of the qualification, because of bragging.
Yeah.
And this is what I wanted to achieve all the time.
Congratulations on achieving all of that. So at Curo, what was your role, and how long did you?
Executive head.
Okay,
I started there in 2014, the same year.
Yes, when you left Kansani. Yeah.
July, I have to go
Okay.
because I have to give 3 months notice.
Yes.
Go. So, and I don't regret. No, I don't regret. I've learned a lot from a government to a private. I remember when I shared this with the MEC now, Panyaza Lesufi, and then he said, "No, you were not supposed to have gone because
It must have been hurt. Yeah.
I'm now also assisting with the adjudication of these awards.
Okay.
So even now, I'm still
The NTAs, the
No,
national. Which ones? I'm only aware of the National Teachers Awards.
It is there.
There's other
Yeah,
awards.
and then that was proposed by Panyaza Lesufi.
That was going to be my next question as to the transition from the public school to private school. How was it for you? Was it difficult to adjust?
In real sense, you have to learn. There's a lot. Remember when you are a principal, you are sitting there, someone was typing for you,
Yes.
calling those things. I've seen that. I've gained a lot. I have to acquaint myself with technology. And then remember, you've got to do the budget, you've got to do the payroll every month to pay all those people and making sure.
That's all the teachers of Curo around the country.
No. Within my school.
Or within your school.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's what Hector was asking to say. What was your role? So the executive head, maybe if you can unpack
The
it just a
executive
bit.
head is
At one school.
At one school. Actually, you become the director of the school.
Not the principal. It's
Not the
different.
principal.
The
There are two
principal
principals.
reports to you.
Yeah, the two principals report to me.
Oh,
we call them the head of the high school, the head of the primary. They report to you.
Okay, and this is the Curo in Soshanguve.
Yeah, the Curo in Soshanguve.
Okay, all right. It's clear now for
Yeah, and then and that's where I started. And I've learned a lot. And even now, I was saying, the people of my age, I can challenge them when it comes to technology.
Okay.
Because really, if I was at the Department of Education, I could have rusted. Because I wouldn't have known what I'm doing now. And then that's something that I've learned. And remember, after achieving the doctorate at Kansani, and then there were some other things that I think I struggled in order to type, sometimes take the things to people and then they don't do that. You have to send it back. So I learned it the hard way.
with the new position at Curo. It
With the
forced
new
you to do
position,
that. Yeah.
Yes, I had to know it. And fortunately, those are the people that empower people. They don't just put you in a position. You are empowered.
Yeah.
So there are courses that I did, and I end up also at, doing a course at the Milpark, that is financial administration.
Okay.
Yeah, I had that, but that one I was supposed to pass it because background of accounting,
Yeah, and having worked at what Motors again, your very
wage
first job, as a wage
wage master.
as a wage master, I think that came in handy somehow
Yes.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting.
yeah.
So, would you say in your journey from public to private and now being a retired, not a principal executive head or and academic, you're still not, you have not stopped there.
No.
You are continuing with something now.
Kiro has just afforded me the opportunity at the legal department now. I'm at the learner discipline. I'm busy. So I'm working from home. Starting from 2 months back. And then I'm reporting to my boss. And then that's,
As a retiree.
As a retiree. I don't know whether next year they will extend the contract. But at the present moment, I'm busy with the learner discipline.
Okay.
So the next question that follows. So they didn't want to let you go? Because you passed the mark.
It's not to let you go, but they've been, extending the contract at the school until they get the right person, maybe. And that's what I can say. But the parents are crying. I know.
I think you're just trying to be.
And the learners also. I visited the school. They were crying, and I was touched. But it's a process, and age is catching. People might want you, but the time you cannot reverse time.
You are a senior citizen now.
Yeah, it said that the good dancer knows when to exit the stage.
Right, yes.
Yeah, when you are still being appreciated.
I'm happy that I'm still having something to do. And then that is why I came up writing a book. And then having discovered that there are problems overall within government schools as well as the private schools, about learners that are falling down, claiming ancestral callings. So there's a book called Ancestral Calling Within the Diverse Transformative School Setting.
It's already out there, or you're busy?
There.
Oh,
I do have it.
Okay.
I forgot just to bring you the
copy. As part of your retirement work, you are busy with discipline, that committee or whatever. And then you have written a book. What else do you do to keep yourself busy as a retiree?
With, another book is in the middle, and I started with it, Alternative to Corporal Punishment. I want actually to, the title is now, settling down for calmness in education. How do we settle down now? Because if you have seen around here, there are lots of things that are happening. Kids are, doing whatever that they are doing, killings in our schools and whatever. I'm bringing something that I need actually. If I can have a buy-in with the Department of Education, especially even this book that I've published now, it is addressing a lot. This will address those kids that are falling within our schools, because our schools are multicultural, multilinguistics, and they don't understand some of these things. So I'm trying to unpack those things and how we can approach them, because most of the people get into trouble by trying to address them in a different way. And it's like if a white person can say what is happening, then they said it's a racial issue,
That discriminating.
So the book is clearly giving direction as to what to tackle. And I've done a thorough research with all the traditional leaders, and then at the back of the book, there is those links that you can link and see my communication with those people, and then to say that I didn't take any information from nowhere. The information is right, it's living, and it can actually help most of the school to resolve this problem.
Last two short questions from me. One around technology. Because I heard you saying that among your peers, you think that you show them flames when it comes to technology. And we know the rise of AI right now and robotics and what's happening in the world. Do you think that education, whether private or public, is ready for this wave that's coming?
I'm not sure for the public education. There's still a lot of challenges. But for schools like Kiro, now they are ready. We already been taken on board with regard to this. That is why I'm saying I'm fortunate to be in that company
Yeah.
because it's working ahead of so many things. I don't want to say anything, for me to be at Curo, it was a blessing.
Amen.
And I even told them last time to say, I think I had the most opportunity.
Yeah.
What was the role and impact of your faith in your whole journey?
I think, sometimes doing things and praying, like what I'm saying,
Yes.
sometimes if you do the right thing, God will always be with you. Don't hide around, do wrong things. It's a pity I didn't touch the issue of Sheteba, and the others.
What is Sheteba?
That is the uncle. Firstly,
Oh, her uncle.
It's a surname.
I adopted 2 kids and then take them to school. One of them now is a specialist gyno at Steve Biko.
Okay.
And it wasn't easy, but that is a way in which I wanted to do. The second one, I'm still with that boy. He's a teacher, but he's got also businesses, Snotty. And the third one is Shteba. I took him back to school because I saw him being a very good governing body chairperson, but he was not working by that time. And then very brilliant guy. Then I asked him, do you mind if I can take you back to school? As I'm speaking now, he's teaching at Kensani, the same school that I taught.
Where he was in the SGB.
Yes, he's a teacher there. So, and I also had, my siblings that I can say I'm proud because they are teachers, they are this. And if I didn't do what I've done with the gardens, they would have, taken another road. But that is everything that I'm very grateful and I'm thankful of God, And then because of some of the things, it's not, even if we have those wishes, but at least it was led by the Almighty God.
Amen.
And I would like to carry on and be fearful to God. And that's the most important thing.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fannie Sebolela. But before I let you go, in the interest of time, I, for one, have seen your work in the community. I've seen how you impacted people. I've seen how you have given back to the community. You've just mentioned the 3 people that you've adopted, and today they are professionals. And you're still continuing. You still look young, and you still look grounded. And we congratulate you in all your accolades, and you're still achieving more. One question that I wanted to ask, the challenges that you experience at school. With those challenges, I think when you're writing these books, which one is Ancestral Calling and the one that you're writing, they come from the challenges of your over 30 years of being in the education sector.
40.
Is it 40? 4 decades, wow.
Yes.
You are you are really a senior citizen of note. And I think these books, you write them because of the challenges that you have experienced in your 4 decades, and then you're now giving back to the teachers who are coming in to say, this is how you handle it, this is a solution. So that's brilliant. I think that...
it just shortly, I wanted this thing, if I can be given a challenge. I think this book will be good for the new teacher training teachers. When they enter teaching, they should be equipped with this knowledge because they cannot learn while they are employed. At least if this book can be channeled. I'm still looking at the way in which, how can I channel it so that I can share it with them.
Approach the department. Come through. Here's a doctor, someone with experience. And thank you very much, Dr. Sebolela, again, and for making time and come and share your story with us. And I believe that it will inspire and motivate our viewers. Hector.
I'm inspired. I don't know about you, but please share with everybody that you know, those academics and any other person, because listening to the stories like Dr. Sebolela's here, for me, that's why we're doing this show, to inspire, to motivate, and hopefully that helps somebody get somewhere in life. Thank you so for watching.
Live in your purpose.
Welcome to the Hectivation Hub, a place of motivation and inspiration. With Lady G, you are in good hands. Hector the motivator will inspire you to reach your potential purpose.
With Lady G, you are in good hands. Hector the motivator will inspire you to reach your potential purpose.